Hey everybody, Yalancy Peterson here. It is 12 noon. It is Tuesday, January 30th, 2017. All right, I posted a story about a passenger that was knocked out in the back seat of my car, and apparently one of my commenters, she told me she wanted more stories, and so I'm gonna give you another story. This one was real cool. It put a big smile on my face when this happened, because another subscriber there's another video I posted a few months ago where I had a cancellation of a passenger who needed to get to LAX, and it was very difficult for me to get to her. And so what happened was she canceled on me, and then Uber gave me the cancellation fee. The customer requested me again. I decided not to accept the ride, and I refunded the cancellation fee back to the customer because I felt that I wasn't at the location to pick her up. Okay, so since then, I have changed how I handle cancellations. My thing with cancellations is this: if Uber tells me I'm entitled to the cancellation, I keep the cancellation fee, period. The only time I will refund a cancellation fee is if I happen to pick up the customer and the ride goes well. And generally, if I receive a situation where a customer cancels on me and it was a negative, some negative feedback or some negative vibe during the process of me trying to pick up the customer, 99% of the time, when that second ride request comes through, I don't even accept it. I just look at the screen like it's dust. Because I don't want the trouble. I would rather take a hit on my acceptance rate, take a hit on my cancellation rate, than deal with getting a 4-star or a 1-star ride that will take me forever to get rid of. A hit on your cancellation rate, a hit on your acceptance rate, that stuff goes away in 6 days. Really, 6 days. They say 7, but it's 6 days. All right, so here's the story of what happened. I received a call to pick up this passenger at Dry Bar in Beverly Hills. She requested me Uber Black. I had to drive maybe 5-6 minutes to get to the location. But when I got there, she was across the street. Now, Dry Bar in Beverly Hills is located at 452 North Cannon Drive. But the app sent me to the restaurant across the street at 455 Cannon Drive. And so sometimes, but not always, sometimes, if the time is right, I'll just bust a U-turn and do it right there in Beverly Hills and pick the customer up. But I couldn't do that because it was rush hour. I had a cop looking at me, and it really was unsafe at this time. So I sent a message to the customer, and I let her know that I had to drive around the block in order to properly pick her up, so that the right side of my car, the physical right side of my vehicle, was at 452 Cannon Drive. Now, I already knew that this particular customer, she was not going to cross the street to get into the car. It wasn't happening. She wanted the vehicle to be on the proper side of the street. So in order for me to get to her, to pick her up on the right side of the street, I had to drive southbound on Cannon Drive. I then had to make a right turn on Brighton. Had to go to Rodeo, make a right turn on Rodeo, go back to South Santa Monica Boulevard, make a right turn there, pass Cannon Drive, go to Crescent, make a right turn there, make another right turn on Brighton Way, and then make another right turn to go northbound on Cannon Drive to get there. That detour required 5 minutes of time. Well, by the time I got to the final right-hand turn to go from Brighton Way to Cannon, she called me on the phone. And she was cussing me out. She was mad. She was upset because she saw me across the street. I didn't just make an illegal U-turn to pick her up, and I went through this whole thing to go to pick her up. And so I explained to her, I said, ma'am, I'm sorry that I couldn't pick you up at the time, but it was illegal and I was at risk of getting into an accident. This is the only way for me to safely pick you up. I had to make a series of right turns because of the one-way streets. Oh no, she wasn't having it. And so she canceled on me. I'm like, okay, fine. When the cancellation came through, I literally was right there at the pickup zone to pick her up. I said, okay, fine, no problem. So I kept on driving. And then I got another request for Uber Black, and guess who it was? So I tell you, I wasn't refunding that cancellation fee at all. Why? Because hey, the lady cussed me out. She could have been very thankful that somebody was willing to pick her up during rush time in Beverly Hills. But apparently, she wanted me to break all kinds of laws in the process to be of service to her. And I wasn't willing to do it. I know that was kind of a weak story, but I say it because now my feelings about the cancellation fee and receiving the cancellation fee have evolved from when I first made that video with the lady who I had to go through a similar process on 3rd Street, and I refunded it. Now I'm like, if the customer cancels on me after 2 minutes and Uber gives me the money, I'm keeping my cancellation fee. Nah. Alrighty, yo, there you go, another story. So this is what I'm gonna do. I am going to dig into the file vault, and I'm going to I'm gonna get my old bus operator stories, and I'm going to publish them on YouTube. My first one will be the old lady that hit me with the cane. I think y'all will like that one. I mean, it was that one was so hilarious. I had to make a video, and that's what got this whole thing started. The old lady that hit me with a cane. I can't wait to share that one with y'all. All right, take care.